Hi, my name is Holton, and I will be giving my speech on the lack of government-assisted health insurance in the state of Idaho. So how many of you are poor college students? And no matter how hard you try, you still can't afford things like adequate health insurance. I feel your pain. Not all of us are fortunate enough to have the luxury of being on our parents' health insurance plans till we're 26. For one, some of our parents don't want to pay for us to be on their health insurance plan. For another, some of our parents don't even have health insurance coverage for themselves. Also, some of us did have health insurance when we came to school here, but it wasn't an ISU-approved health insurance coverage plan, and so we had to pay for one that is approved by the university. According to the Census Bureau, in 2015, 14.9% of the U.S. population, ages 18 to 24, were uninsured. Considering typical college age is about 18 to 24, I'd say this is a quite accurate representation of the uninsured college students in the U.S. While 14.9% may not seem like a very large percentage, you have to take into consideration this is the national percentage. Some states may have a much higher percentage, and some states may have a much lower percentage. In the speech, I'll be covering a topic that I feel very strongly about and have experienced personally: the need for affordable or free government-assisted health insurance coverage in the state of Idaho. Specifically, the Idaho Medicaid program and how it is very limited to whom it offers coverage to. I will then also be talking about my ideas as to working towards a solution to this problem. The problem I am focusing on is the lack of acceptance or eligibility into the Idaho Medicaid program. I grew up in Nevada and moved here solely to go to college at ISU. When I lived in Nevada, my only health insurance coverage was Nevada Medicaid. My father passed away, and my mom's a single mom, hairstylist, trying to raise 2 daughters. Money isn't something that we had a lot of, and having coverage through Nevada Medicaid helped us out quite a great deal. At first, I was under my mom's coverage, but then as I was 18, I applied and was approved to have my own coverage. And it was really nice having that comfortability of having health insurance coverage as a high school student and a college student. When I came to school here, the university denied my Nevada Medicaid as said it wasn't adequate coverage to be a student. So I had to get an approved health insurance plan by ICU in order to be a student here. I paid $1,200 a semester to have their student health insurance program, but then they did away with that. So they sent me a list of pre-approved programs that they would like me to use, and I chose one, and I now pay $157 a month to have adequate health insurance to be a student at ISU. For most of us, $157 is quite a bit of money. I attempted to obtain Idaho Medicaid when I moved here, and when I first moved here, I didn't even have a car. And so I did then, and I still do to this day, have to drive back to Nevada in order to go to the dentist because I can't afford dental insurance in Idaho, and I can't be approved for Idaho Medicaid. I was told at the welfare office that in order to be eligible for Idaho Medicaid, I had to meet one or more of the following requirements. 1. Be under the age of 19. 2. Be pregnant. 3. Already have children. 4. Be blind or disabled. And 5. Be 65 years of age or older. Meeting none of these requirements, I think this is pretty ridiculous. I shouldn't have to be pregnant or have children to get health insurance coverage. I work hard and go to school full-time, and I still can't provide myself with all the necessities I need. And I'm still well below the national poverty level. You never know when life's going to happen. And by this I mean, you never know when you're going to have a toothache and need to go to the dentist. You never know when you're going to have emergency surgery. You don't even know when you're going to get sick and need antibiotics just in order to get better. These are all great reasons why everybody needs affordable health insurance coverage. Some of us are already thousands of dollars in debt in student loans, so why should we have to go more into debt by getting turned over to collections, by having unpaid medical bills that we know we can afford, but we had to go to the doctor? Healthcare is a necessity, whether we like to look at it that way or not. Now, for my solutions to this problem. There has been a Medicaid expansion or Medicaid redesign program in the works for Idaho, thanks to Governor Butch Otter. They have been having meetings to discuss options and figures and exactly how much it's going to cost and ways to fund this expansion program since December 3rd of 2012. According to option number 3, which is one of the state's cost options for this Medicaid expansion plan, it is projected that this year, in 2016, it would cost over $519 million to insure men and women ages 18 to 24. Yes, this is a very large amount of money, but I think it's money very well spent. I encourage all of you to help hurry along this process of approving an expansion plan. Write letters to the governor or Medicaid advocates in the state of Idaho. Sign petitions saying how strongly you feel about this. Even write your own petition if you feel the need to. In March of 2016, House Representatives gave the decisive last word on the session-long debate over funding health care for 78,000 lower-income Idahoans, voting unanimously to kill a Senate-approved bill to move the state forward federally approved Idaho-driven solution. This bill included covering the GAP group, or the people who sit below the federal poverty level or within a certain percentage of it and still don't meet the eligibility requirements for Medicaid. This bill is much like ones that Arizona and Colorado have already passed. We should still sign petitions to have this decision overturned, to have a new bill written and sent back to Congress, this time to be approved. Medicaid and welfare in general is a very controversial topic. Yes, some people do mooch off the government or take advantage of the government when they are willing and able to go to work. But there are plenty of people who work very hard and it's still not enough to support themselves or their family. I'm not trying to live off the government or take the government's money. And I'm not saying that everybody should be eligible for Medicaid or everybody should have Medicaid. But if you're working and within a certain percent of the federal poverty level, you should be able to apply for Medicaid or an equal government health assisted insurance plan. Just like you're able to in Nevada, Arizona, Colorado. Stand up. I'm standing up for the college students who work hard, long hours, working 2, 3, 4, however many jobs, and are still full-time students and can't support themselves. Maybe they don't have their parents' support going to school. Their parents can't even support themselves hardly, but they're busting their butts and it's still not enough. Those who will eventually have jobs with health benefits, but right now are lower-level employees trying to work their way up. If you believe in this cause, then stand up for it and do something about it, not only to help yourself, but to help your peers too. Sign the petitions and write the letters. Let your voice be heard, because your opinion does matter. Thank you.